What I'm trying to say in the final analysis, once we take control of ourselves, we have to stop being imitators and be innovators. We realize we've got a continent 12 million square miles. Wherever our bodies are on the face of this earth, our cultural and political heartbeat is in Africa. Whether you ever go to Africa or not, that is your home, that is the home of your spirit, and that is the heart and meaning and definition of your commitment. And none of us, any place in the world, will be free until that continent is free.
The Mossy Warrior Clan was created because myself and others like Brother Nahisi saw a need for a young African group to analyze information concerning the African phenomenon with no bias, with rigor, and with scholarship. We created the Mossy Warrior Clan for the purpose of being an expert research team, of being a team that produced products, a team that was capable of producing products for African people globally to dispel myths, rumors, and provide them with accurate scholarship.
Tech tried to line it up, and he was like, I don't debate y'all. Y'all too disrespectful. Aboriginal Power won't even debate Sean because he too disrespectful.
He is though. No, he really is though. I can't really like you, bro. You cool. Not a coincidence. I actually chop it up with but niggas that come off too heated and disrespectful, like I said, I'll debate you, bro. But we gotta get in the ring first. If you want to be disrespectful like that, at least disrespect me in the ring, bro.
Oh, God, bro.
Let's start now, bro. Can you disrespect me in a cage, bro? Like, I'd rather just do that. Then we go straight from the cage. You know what I mean? Put your ice on the way to the motherfucking computer, and we'll debate directly after that, nigga. Shit.
That's why I don't need these. Fucking with the nigga and shit. You feel me? Like, it's like, wait, bro, talk like that. We gotta get face to face with you to talk to you like that, my nigga.
Yeah, Peanut. You feel me? Go ahead, I got my brother already. Peanut, what's the word, my brother? What's the champ?
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, but lucky, let me say this, man. First of all, I'm an older brother. I'm young in spirit because I stay in shape. But I'm older. I deserve respect. Don't lie on me. You're not going to get nowhere lying because that's what's going to make you fall face first. Second of all, I'm well known in the Pan-African community. I'm not nobody new. You're younger than me. You don't know this. I didn't put in work and expose Rob Bourne, Sue Tech, any of them people over there. They know it deep down inside. And I'm gonna be long-winded. I'm a Moorish American. I already had back and forth with them dudes. They erased videos. I'm not running from anybody. Don't ever say that stupid shit again. Third, and last but not least, I'm not losing no debate to no Pan-African. So don't ever say that shit again, famo. And that's it. Appreciate y'all, man.
You heard it. If Sean P want to debate, tell him to debate the champ over here, right?
Tech want to know. So this like it's a pecking order. It's a pecking. So Sean want you, and Tech want him. You say PMF ain't no his
no problem. There's no problem, man. Let's set up a Tech debate, man. I don't like him anyway.
Okay, so I love that son, brother. I love that warrior mentality.
I love to tell Tech. Tell me. There ain't nothing. My champ always in the chat. I'll pop in. We'll set a topic. We'll set a date. We'll make it pay-per-view. We'll chop it up behind the scenes. I get their contact. We make it work. You heard it right here. He ain't ducking no phase, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. He do this over here on y'all channel, but then when we get in other
hey, alright, I will block your ass, nigga, because I'm well known for disrupting them chats over there. Nigga, stop fucking lying, nigga. You a goofy, nigga. I would never let a lame ass nigga around me in my face, clown.
You gonna block me?
It ain't no time I ain't ever been on the Pan-African channel and made my impact. Stop lying. I'm a real man, bro. Stop lying, fam. Don't do PNF like that.
PNF, he trying to trigger you, brother.
Word the fuck up.
But listen, he did that to me, talking about, oh, word on the street, I'm ducking from John P. I've never even had but one conversation with this little disrespectful motherfucker.
Oh, okay, yeah, he a little lot. He like that.
So he like...
How the fuck y'all find an African in my fucking family, but y'all ain't find
his
y'all
own genealogy.
Shut the fuck up. That don't make sense, for one. Listen, y'all don't know what y'all did.
I feel like you standing on business.
Y'all lied on me, because y'all won't even know if that's me. And if y'all can trace that shit back to it's me, it's only 2 people in YouTube that got my information.
Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of this track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us honestly. You ain't a Cherokee, nope. You ain't a Chickasaw, nope. You ain't a Blackfoot, nope. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an apple slipping with his genealogy. Now he's a con and I ain't talking about a singer. I'm coming for the top apple leader. He ain't a teacher, he's a preacher. He can't keep up, so we leave him. Yeah, he died by his own genealogy. You ain't an Indian, you ain't got a lot of me. Half of the track, best believe you lose a lot of sleep. Probably because you made it up to us possibly. You ain't a Cherokee, no. You ain't a Chickasaw, no. You ain't a Blackfoot. Nigga, get lost. You just a fool with low comprehension. So I gotta come through with the henchmen. NAC, Sean P, Shy Son, Lucky. Don't forget Jay, got no time to play. Caught an apple slipping off his genealogy. Now he's a con. OTK, TKO. Now he's a con. OTK, you died. TKO genealogy.
From Africa, but they will be able to tell you about Africa. They wouldn't be vaguely saying they from Africa, brother. Like when a European says I'm from Europe, he doesn't say I'm from Europe. He says I'm from Germany. I'm from a particular province. I still got people out there, right? You know, when people say hold on. When people say they from Asia, they tell you where about from Asia they from. They tell you their province. They tell you they still got people out there. These people will confirm that they are indeed a part of their heritage. But you niggas was calling y'all African? Oh, mysteriously, you have no contact with the people you say you descend from. So I don't believe you. Bro.
Hating Africa and hating the African, we ended up even hating ourselves without even realizing it. Because you can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The roots of a tree and not hate the tree.
You ain't no Indian, please try again. Everybody know you's an African. And Malcolm X said, you can't hate the root without hating the tree. Now take a look at you, you's a wannabe Cherokee. And I told you before, you need some therapy. And why you never show the genealogy? You owe your ancestors an apology. And you know they turning over inside of their graves just because you don't wanna come from a slave. So you gotta take this whip in. I caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another. Let's go. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Yo, check this out, man. You wasn't already here, man. Dane Calloway lied to you, man. The research guy lied to you, man. Karemio lied to you, man. Your ancestors come from Africa, whether you like it or not. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will always be an African. You can't deny the facts. You can't deny the evidence. You can't deny the genealogy. You can't deny the DNA. You can't deny it, man. Whether you like it or not, you are African. Caught an apple slipping. That's all we do. That's all we do. Let's go.
Got some dewy-eyed thing that you got a friend. I still ask you to look at that mirror. And if nothing's staring back at you is friendly, then you've got no friend.
It's your boy Sean P in the place to be, man. Like the show, share the show, tell a friend, we live. We're gonna get into this bill. We're gonna keep it. I don't know how we're gonna keep it. I can't tell you if I'm snapping, cussing, or fussing on this one. Hit that button though. Hit that like button, man. Share the show. Tell your friend that crazy light skinned Muscogee clan members live. Yeah, and if they want to have a conversation, to please bring their source or sources, and I will be glad to dialogue respectfully with whoever, whenever, however, when I drop the link. And by the way, before we get started, Aboriginal Power, Denzel, Calvin Roberts, or Calvin Denzel Roberts, however your fucking name go, you was a liar. You don't even want to be truthful with anyone. You know you making this stuff up, bro. You know you making this stuff up, and to justify it, you will sit here and lie to 200 or 300 people and make them feel stupid, as if no one took geography in grade school. But anyway, appreciate everybody showing up today. Those of you who caught yesterday's video, hopefully you watched it in your entirety. I do want to say peace, love, and soul to the brothers and sisters out there in the chat today. We got Fat Lip Head Ass, the bar reloaded in the chat. Vyasa is in the building. We got Willie Lump, he in the building. Olu Ashe, you know, our dear brother holding it down on the ones and twos. I gotta get Olu to make me a new anthem. It's still people that's going back listening to the last song that I used from you, Olu. Boy, they love that song. And they be commenting, man, and I be telling them, Swindle Hood Wink, what's good with you, bro? There's probably some people that haven't spoke, probably just getting off work on their way, you know what I'm saying, home, listening to it, you know. Nah, bro, the videos I know they be paying for views. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. This heifer in the chat. But anyway, you know. It's going to be one of them ones. Definitely. Let me get the show comments on the stage. Yeah, there we go. Now we looking like something. Now we got Willie in the chat line. I ain't never seen a dude who followed the doctrine of some pseudos come over here, hop in my chat, act like he want the truth, get the truth, and then start lying in the chat. I never seen this before. How many times do I have to go in enemy territory to try to dialogue with them and get them to come with that funk? They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's like they feel me. You know what I'm saying? Just on some, and they ain't gonna try me in public, but they feel me because the rules of engagement is different with me than it is with every other people. Because you can get on a plan, you can start a show, get on the panel and start talking crazy and come out the side of your face and call the Muscogee Greeks and say some shit like Athens, Georgia is the home of the Greeks. And no one says anything about it. Like there's no dialogue in the chat that's challenging this motherfucker. Or anyone hopping on the panel to be like, bro, come on, you went too far. You went too far. No one's saying that to him or them every time they make up some bullshit. And it is every attempt. They make every single attempt to disassociate and distance themselves from being of African descent. They will claim to be the freedmen, and then when you define what a freedman is, then they say that ain't them. Then they'll argue with you about who the Native Americans are. They'll call them Mongoloids, and then turn around and you catch them a few weeks later, they claim to be the Native Americans. They put themselves archaeologically in the site of the Native Americans' ancestors, which are the Paleo-Indians. I need y'all to understand that. You don't get nowhere in the history of the Americas without beginning with the people who first inhabited the Americas. That is the beauty of history. Science and technology. Those subfields cohesively work together to answer things that are genuinely known to the mass public. But there is a sector of stupidity among Black people who are pushing a narrative that, unbeknownst to any of us, don't make fucking sense. What up, Rye? So please hit the like button. Share the show. Your boy's about to get to going. Bullshit. Ain't nothing but chewed up grass. What you mean? What you mean, Marvin? What you trying to say? Willie said the pseudo queen be on stupid shit too. We all know Dawson, they be on stupid shit. She has no integrity. She's married to an African. The same thing that she does not want to be, she married. Then turned around and 90% of her DNA is African. Then she finds the African slaves in her genealogy, and she denies the Africanness of them. Oh, no, I got you. But yeah, so I was kind of wasting a little time real quick before we get going. Smoke Signal be having 100 little crazies at like 2 a.m. It don't be no. It'd be 100 bots, 200 bots. It'd be like 30 or 40 of them in real life. Smoke Signal real life be having like 30 people, but he be paying for the views and stuff. That's how they all built their channels. That's how Dane's channel grew so fast. The bots, he bought them at a time they was real cheap, so he can get the bot, he can get the likes up and get in the algorithm, and it'll, you know, and then stupid people will do stupid things and they start resharing stupidity. Because a lie will make it around the world 1,000 times before the truth does. No one's really concerned about or gives a fuck about the truth. Unless, you know what I'm saying, it got something to do with if your husband slept with your best friend's wife or some shit like that. Then motherfuckers want the truth then. But they don't want it as it pertains to who they are as a people in society and the world and how we can progress and move forward and what our ancestors did on behalf of us to be able to continue to walk, run, or whatever the fuck we want to do. They don't push the truth on in the algorithms. It's always the lies. The pseudo queen said ancestors are Black Europeans, not African ancestors. Yeah, Willie just be repeating that stupid shit. Willie, you need a life, brother. You need to get from over there. They're gonna make you stupid. European, come on. Do you know who Black Europeans are? Black Europeans are people from Africa, and they'll tell you that. They are people of African descent, just like African Americans are people of African descent. We in the same bubble, two different places. But they're more directly tied to the continent versus we are, because of the percentage of admixture and shit that has gone on over the years. Them European, the black Europeans over there, nah, them white people ain't intermixing like that. Now, granted, a lot of the Europeans over there love black men because they want to get, they want that beat down. So that's why you see them going after black men, and they even tell you that. They got documentaries on the shit. They even go into West Africa and pay for the D. So listen, if you're thinking about quitting your job and starting your OnlyFans, just take your ass to West Africa and get them older white women that's going to give you some money for it. Because they do. Oh yeah, you seen the fake ID card? Absolutely. What's up, Lucky? What's good with you, bro? Lucky been dropping them bangers too. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Lucky channel, man. You know what I mean? He be killing the grifters. But listen, man. So let's get into the show. I know a lot of people are probably straddling here. I did drop in the chat a link to download the book if y'all didn't download it before. But to download the African Creeks book, I did want y'all to have that as a resourceful tool to be able to learn, the contributions of Africans through the Creek Nation. And we need to start getting into that, right? What were the contributions of our ancestors who were enslaved by not only the 5 civilized tribes and others, but what was the major contributions to those tribes that they got from us? Because you best believe me, they got some shit from us. Yeah, Lucky. I did, bro. So I don't know if you caught it, but I called the Muscogee Creek Nation on Mike TV. That was yesterday. I called the Muscogee Creek Nation by his ID, trying to verify the Dawes roll number that's on his ID. And she said that's too many numbers on his ID. That's not a ID number. Plus, it looked fake. So everybody caught that who caught it. But yeah, I did. I had to do that. So I do want to start the show off right, man. And I just want to kind of, I just want to go here. Let's just go with, let's deal with it.
Collapse. Imagine a priestly class that once controlled the heavens, suddenly seen as powerless. It could have triggered chaos from within. What makes Cahokia's fall especially eerie is the lack of direct evidence. There's no massive battlefield, no records, no oral history passed down clearly.
Hey, Master of Self, you on to something, but listen, I broke this thing years ago. Rome was in America as well. Rome was in America.
So he paused his video to reply to this dude, Master of Self. And Master of Self said, if Egypt is in America, the Rome is in Canada. These dudes in the chat is saying Egypt is in America and Rome is in Canada. Do you not realize how stupid you got to be to geographically place a country that's clearly near the Mediterranean in America? So where's the Mediterranean at? Between the United States and Canada. Where's the Mediterranean? Somebody show me on the map, where's the Mediterranean Sea that is between Egypt and these other and oh man, wrong. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Big Ant, what up, bro? And one was good.
When sacrifices failed to bring rain, did faith in the ruling elite collapse? Imagine a priestly class that once controlled the heavens, suddenly seen as powerless. It could have triggered chaos from within. What makes Cahokia's fall especially eerie is the lack of direct evidence. There's no massive battlefield, no records, no oral history passed down clearly.
Hey, master of self, you on to something. But listen, I broke this thing years ago. Rome was in America as well. Rome was in America, big bro. The ancient ancestors of the Romans are Aboriginal. Did you know that, master of self? The ancient ancestors, which could possibly be a tribal name or affiliate, come from or Aboriginal. The ancient Romans. You feel what I'm saying? Rome was in Georgia. You right. It was in Athens. It was in Rome, Georgia, Athens, Georgia. You feel me? And it's a couple other cities around in Georgia that has these Greek names. Yeah, the Creeks is the Greeks. The Creeks is the Greeks. The Creeks is the Greeks, family. All this is told in reverse. This history is not made of nowhere. Guess what? Where's the Creek Indians headquarters? The Red Sticks. Where the Red Stick Creeks at? The Red Stick Creeks are in Georgia. Now, when you deal with Creek language, we're dealing with Muscogee Creek. Now, Muscogee, to deal with Muscogee, sounds like a Greek connotation. And I believe that some of the words are similar. If you were to spell Muscogee in Greek, it would come out more like Muscogee. Now, I can take it a step farther when I go back to some of the traditional wearing and clothing of some of the Muscogee Creek nations, and I go to some of the clothing of some of the Greek people. It's in similarity. Do I got to do this? I can break this all the way down from the Greeks to the Creeks. You understand what I'm saying? What's the capital of Greece? Athens. We're going to go to Athens, Georgia. Now, master self, I said Aboriginal. The ancestors of the Romans were Aboriginal. Now, listen, I know that sounds crazy, but I didn't make that up, brother. Brother master self. I'm going to show you on the screen real quick. I'm going to just show it on the screen because I don't like the people. You know, we can just Google this. You can just go to Entomology Online Dictionary. Anybody that want to go or follow along with me, you're going to type in Aboriginal in your comment section on the Entomology Online Definition Dictionary. You're going to go down to the term Aborigine, which is correct when you're using it as a noun. Okay? That's what you're going to do. I'm giving y'all step by step for those that don't know what to do. Now we're going to go to the definition and we're going to see what it says for those that's confused on what the term Aborigines or Aboriginal mean. Person, animal, or plant that has been in a country or region from earliest time. And this is from 1858, and this was mistaken in 1858 as the singular. So Aborigines would have been plural, not singular. That's why it was said mistaken. But now in 1540s, the term Aboriginal is considered correct. Considered correct as a singular in English. Now from Latin, Aborigines. Now we're getting into the Latin, y'all. Now master self, peep this. Now, from Latin, Aborigines, the first ancestors, inhabitants. Now, listen, this is where it gets key, especially of Latium. Hence, the first ancestors of the Romans. Possibly a tribal name. You understand what I'm saying, Brother Master Self? That's why I say that. No, that do not mean law, root words. I try to tell you that the word Jew means law. Now, when you dealing with the vernacular and the linguistics, when you spell Jew, J-E-W, it means you're doing bad law. When you spell Jew with the J-U, you're dealing with legal contender. You're talking about government fractions. So anytime you see Jew, which is judge, spelled with the J-U, you see judicial system, that's the J-U. You're going to see anything that's dealing with the legal procedures is going to start off with the J-U. I'm giving y'all real linguistic breakdown right now. Root words don't know this, and he's supposed to be the man that know the word. That's why he changed his name to Black White Indian, nigga. I'm the real root words. Let's get that straight. I'm the real root words. Because they're not going to give y'all, they're not going to break down this language like I'm telling y'all. They're not going to break down this language like I'm showing y'all, family. And if you think they is, you got another thing coming. That's why I'm here. Drop those fire emojis. Drop those fire emojis for me. Let's get the chat flooded out if you're an outstanding Aboriginal. Shout out to my FBAs because they coming into this knowledge. There's some stuff that they need to know too.
Okay. So uninterrupted, I let him say all of that. The whole J-E-W means bad law, all that funny bullshit. We heard it loud and clear. So there's no misconceptions, no mishaps, no me interrupting or talking over it. It's clipped. I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but it is what it is. So let's go to the Mississippian period. Before I get started, this period, the people in this period from 800 AD to 1600 AD are the ancestors. Listen to me closely. This period, these people are the ancestors to the Muscogee Creeks. You don't get any Creeks without understanding who the Mississippian people were. So the self-proclaimed notion that the Muscogee Creeks are the Greeks is asinine. There's a reason for that. Now, I know you're thinking like, nah, how you putting the Mississippian on them, Sean? How? Well, demonstration beats conversation. So we know the period. I'm only bringing you this to show you the period. 800 to 1600 AD, 800-year period of the Mississippian period. You got the woodland, you got the Mississippi, you got the archaic. You know what I mean? You go all the way back to the Paleo. Remember that. Keep it simple. The genetic legacy of the Mississippians. Yeah, there's a study. In the study, we examine the maternal relationship between the Mississippian peoples and potential living Native American descendants in Eastern North America. First, we present new ancient DNA results from the American Bottom and Illinois River Valley, Mississippian, buried at the East St. Louis, Janae B. Good, Yoakum sites in Illinois. Our results increased the sample of the Mississippian mitochondrial DNA to facilitate the population comparison. with the ancient and extant groups. Our results show that the Mississippians were genetically diverse, with all 5 major Native American haplogroups represented. That's A, that's B, that's C, that's D, and X. We showed that within haplogroup diversity maintained across an 800-year time span, except in the case of haplogroup D, in which ancient lineages were more diverse. Finally, we showed that Native American genetic diversity appears to have been structured geographically as Midwestern groups from all time periods are more similar to one another than those from outlying regions. So the ancient DNA from the Illinois Hopewell. In 2005, there was a dissertation dropped by Deborah Bolnix on the genetic prehistory of Eastern North America, evidence from ancient and modern DNA. So it goes a little something like this. It is an important contribution both to our understanding of Native American prehistory and to the development of new techniques and the gleaning data from museum collections of human skull remains unimagined by the early archaeologists who excavated this material. Chapter 3 is a consideration of mitochondrial DNA diversity between prehistoric Hopewell communities in Midwest, and the following summary and restricted to the portions of her dissertation. Bolnick studied ancient mitochondrial DNA from 55 individuals from 6 different mounds in Pete Clunk Mound Group in Illinois. What y'all thought was in the mounds? In some instances. Mitochondrial DNA refers to DNA derived from mitochondria in human cells, possibly including bone cells if the bone is well preserved. Mitochondrial DNA is passed solely from mother to child, so it tracks only the lines of maternal inheritance. Bolnick successfully recovered ancient mtDNA from 39 of 55 individuals she sampled, which is a 71% success rate. This indicates that mtDNA is very well preserved in these ancient bones. The Pete Clunk Mound Group is predominantly a Hopewell culture site dating to about 100 AD. Bolnick identified individuals from all 5 of the mtDNA lineages or haplogroups documented for North America. 19 from haplogroup C, 9 from A, 5 from B, 5 from D, and 1 from X. Stay with me. I'm not going to go too far into her study, but y'all know me. I did provide sourced information in the description. So again, just to put y'all up on game, the Creeks are descendants of the people during the Mississippian period. So, just what do we mean by Creeks? According to scholar Michael D. Green in the introduction to The Creeks Critical Bibliography, the Creek Nation was a confederacy and alliance of separate independent tribes that gradually became, over a long period of time, a single political organization. Through most of its history, however, the Confederacy was a dynamic institution, constantly changing in size, and tribes, for whatever reason, entered the alliance or left it. This fluctuation population basis confound the attempts of historians and anthropologists to generalize about the Creeks. One can be clear or correct, but rarely both. Remember, the period of the Mississippians is between 800 and 1600 AD. Another name for the Creeks is Muscogee. Muscogee is also the name of the language of the largest group within the Creeks. Other groups spoke in Alabama: Cosita, Hitchita, Natchez, Yuchi, and Shawnee. Often when people refer to speaking Creek or to the Creek language, they mean Muscogee. I don't know why I said it then. Now, but it's not always clear which language they're referring to. Seminole is the name of one group, which eventually left the Confederacy and became regarded as a separate tribe. So let's skip ahead. Begin here. Note that some of the titles place the Creeks in context with the whole Southeast. Cochran and Debo have been the books to start with for an overview of the span of the Creek history, but they should be supplemented with later research. Among the Creeks, Carol Middleton's page has information for both historians and genealogists. There's a page here that actually breaks that down. There's other source material that also goes into that, especially if you're doing genealogical research and you need help or assistance with that. But if you click on begin here and it goes right here, you'll get that information. But when we start moving into different areas of this article, it's going to take us to other places where you can get other material to be able to answer research. So this is a tool to being able to find other sources to be able to deal with certain situations. And the sources are in alphabetical order. Anyone who believes they have an ancestor who is Creek should first follow the standard tenets of good genealogical practice and use all the same sources they would for research on any other individual. Also read any other primary and secondary sources listed above which pertain to the geographic areas and time periods you are interested in. In addition, the following text and its sites focus on the genealogical research may be for help. So among the Creeks, then there's a link here and there's another link here to get you to the Dawes Rolls, and we're going to get you in trouble when you start looking for the wrong shit. So the Muscogee, also known as the Muscogee, the Creek and the Muscogee Creek Confederates, are related to a group of indigenous peoples of the southeastern United States. They migrated from Mexico and joined previously established Indian tribes in the southeast like the Appalachee and the Ute. Their new homelands were in what comprised southern Tennessee, all of Alabama, western Georgia, and part of northern Florida. The Muscogee lived in autonomous villages usually located in waterways and spoke several unconnected languages. The Hichi or the Itza, a Mexican language related to Maya, was the most widely spoken in present-day Georgia. The Hichiti and the Appalachian speakers were the first to be displaced by white settlers, and their languages virtually died out. Most of the original population of the Muscogee people were forcibly relocated from their native lands in 1830s during the Trail of Tears in Indian Territory, now Oklahoma. Many, however, remain in remote areas or blended with whites. The biggest blow suffered by the Creek Confederacy was theft of 23 million acres of land by Andrew Jackson after the tribe's defeat at the Battle of Horseshoe Bend in 1814. These lands, defined by the fertile Black Belt stretching from central Alabama to northeastern Mississippi, had been targeted by politicians in Washington as crucial for South slave-powered cotton plantation culture. I ain't going too far into that. Let's just give you the gist. Is this a Greek man right here? Next, we have a Muscogee Nation Creek Indian ancestry. This is Muscogee Nation of Florida Technical Assistance and Response in 2012 in the appendix area. All right. This appendix proves documentation were available to illustrate genealogical connections between members of the historic Creek Nation and the contemporary members of the Muscogee Nation of Florida. These Creek ancestors were either identified on the 1832 Parsons and About Creek census, identified as Indian on the census, or other 19th century record were collateral or lineal relatives of these individuals, and or were persons accepted Creek ancestors for the purpose of Indian Claims Commission dockets. For each ancestor, there is a descendant chart generated by Family Tree Maker software. This software allows for information about the race of the ancestor to appear at the beginning of the person's descendants chart. Source formation supporting the race category on the chart is footnoted. The documents cited in these footnotes follow each Creek ancestor's descendants chart. Since the documented links in question for the purpose of the appendix occur in the 19th century, these descendants charts generally refer to that period. The complete picture of the Muscogee Nation ancestry from present reaching back into the 18th century can be gleaned from the ancestral charts within the Muscogee Nation current membership files under separate cover. Then there's some names of some important people. And then it's blank. So again, just a quick rundown. Let me put my face back on the screen. The Muscogee are the descendants of the Mississippian people. Process that. So when you say the Greeks are the Creeks, that's a problem, right? That's a problem. So let's continue. Since we're walking it down. Well, I want to say something on here, but it's recorded. Promise y'all I want to say something. Hold on, let me try something. Go to, all right. The term ancient or archaic Greece refers to the year 700 to 480 BC. The period is known for its art, architecture, and philosophy. Ancient Greece saw advances in art, poetry, and technology, and is known as the age in which the polis or city-state was invented. The polis became the defining feature of Greek political life for hundreds of years. So look at that date again for the start of the Greek civilization. The Greek civilization runs between 700 and 480 BC, or a little further back than that, coming into the early AD period. But the birth, right, of the city-state, the Dark Ages, was during the Archaic period. Now, let me get into to this. So if the Greeks are doing things in a certain period, how the fuck are they in Athens, Georgia, doing something else? So let's go a step further. Let me let the beat build. So the Greeks really do have near mythical origins, ancient DNA reveals. Ever since the days of Homer, Greeks have long idolized their Macedonian ancestors in epic poems and classic tragedies that glorified the exploits of Odysseus, King Agamemnon, and other heroes who went out and favor the Greek gods. Although these Macedonians are fictitious, scholars have debated whether today's Greeks descend from the actual Masonry, or whatever the hell you say that, who created famous civilizations and dominated mainland Greece in the Aegean Sea from about 1600 BCE to 1200 BCE, or rather the ancient Mason simply vanished from the region. Now, in ancient DNA suggests that the living Greeks are indeed the descendants of ding, 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 the Macedonians. But here's the thing. The ancient DNA comes from the teeth of 19 people, including 10 Mannonians from Crete, dating 2900 BCE to 1700 BCE. 4 Macedonians from the archaeological site of the Mycenae and other cemeteries of the Greek mainland, dated from 1700 BCE to 1200 BCE, and 5 people from other earlier farming or bronze periods. Yes, you're seeing dates. Cultures in the Greece and Turkey by comparing 1.2 million letters of genetic across these genomes to those of the 334 other ancient people from around the world and 30 modern Greeks. The researchers were able to plot how the individuals were related to each other. So, are the Muscogee Creeks the Greeks? Based on the information that I just read to you, are the Muscogee Creeks the Greeks? If they are, they possess that DNA. And one of the 5 haplogroups. Let's go a step further. So what's the genetic continuity of the Greeks, tracing DNA through the millennia? It's going to be something interesting in this or the next source that I'm about to bring up, and I'm going to make sure that I get to that point. Now she and her feelings. Man, listen, I don't be over there at the bar reloaded, messing with, when I ain't even finna do that. All right, hold on. So, by analyzing ancient and modern DNA, scientists are uncovering the complex genetic origins of the Greek people, revealing a rich ancestral mosaic shape over millennia. Archaeological sites such as the Franchitti Cave and the Argolid Peninsula have provided evidence of continuous human occupation from around 38,000 BC to 3000 BC. These early hunter-gatherers left behind stone tools, ornaments, and skeletal remains that offer a glimpse into their lives. Genetic evidence, although limited due to the degradation of ancient DNA, suggests that the Paleolithic inhabitants carried mitochondrial DNA haplogroups such as U5 and K, among the oldest in Europe. The Y chromosome haplogroup I, particularly subclades I2A and I2C, is associated with the Paleolithic European males and is found among modern Greeks. They don't sound like A, B, C, D, or X. As the last ice age waned, the Mesolithic period saw populations adapting to new environments. Sites like the Theopetra Cave in Thesla revealed transitional lifestyle during hunting and gathering and the advent of agriculture. DNA of Neolithic Greeks around 7000 BC, the Neolithic Revolution reached Greece, marking a significant shift as farming communities in Anatolia migrated into the regions. Archaeological evidence from sites such as Sesklo and Domini in Thesla showcase sophisticated settlement structures and artistry. genetic analysis led by Professor Joachim Berger of Johannes Gutenberg University, Mainz, have shown that these Neolithic farmers carried mtDNA haplogroups H, J, T, and N1A. Y chromosome haplogroups GTA and J2. There go that J marker. Basically, before I even get any further, we have made a clear distinction genetically between the Greeks and the Creeks. Neither possess any haplogroup that is significant at all. At all. So let's get to it. It's going to be the next one. What about the Mannonians? No, I don't even care to talk about nobody else. We've already made clear distinctions between the two. Now we can move on. Look at this. Look at this right here. I'm going to get on to my next point. On the Greek mainland, the Mycenaean civilization flourished around 1600 BC to 1100 BC. So how as you got all this shit going on, you're going to put this on these people. These people got their own thing going on, but you're going to put them in people. So let me get to where I want to get to, because, and I don't want to like cherry pick just to get, I just really want to hit a point. So this is Greek genetics, what the science says about ancestry. The study of Greek genetics examines the genetic makeup of the populations of Greece to understand their ancestry, historical movements, and health predispositions. This field uses advanced genetic techniques to trace the origins of the Greek people. By analyzing DNA, scientists can uncover connections to ancient civilizations and broader migration patterns across Europe and the Near East. Understanding Greek genetics provides insight into human history and the genetic basis of certain health conditions prevalent in the region. The genetic landscape of Greece has been shaped by multiple influences over the millennia, beginning in the early Neolithic farmers around 9,000 years ago. These farmers migrated from Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, bringing agriculture and their genetic signatures to the region. So where the hell is Turkey in America? This influx laid a foundational genetic layer that remains a substantial component of the Greek population today. Following the Neolithic period, the Bronze Age saw the rise of the sophisticated Aegean civilizations, notably the Mannonians and the Creeks and the Mycenaeans on mainland Greece. Genetic studies indicate a closer genetic relationship between these two groups. Both the Mannonians and Mycenaeans inherited about 3/4 of their DNA from the early Neolithic farmers of Western Anatolia and Argon. Further genetic contributions during the Bronze Age include a smart yet notable input from the Eurasian steppe, likely linked to the Indo-European migrations. This suggests a blend of ancient lineages that contributed to the formation of the Greek identity. Despite later historical interactions and migrations during the Roman, Byzantine, Slavic, and Ottoman periods, genetic studies show remarkable continuity, with modern Greeks sharing approximately 90% of their DNA with populations from the same region for over 4,000 years. Process that. $4,000 years, 90%. I want to skip ahead real quick. Within the Greek population, certain genetic conditions and traits exhibit a notable prevalence, often linked to historical selective pressures. Among the most common inherited blood disorders are thalassemia and glucose-6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. Beta thalassemia, in particular, has a significant frequency, estimated around 8% across Greece, with the rates potentially reaching 15 to 20% in specific low altitude areas such as Thesla, Western Peloponnese, and Western Ypirus. This high prevalence is historically associated with protection against what? Malaria, which is an endemic in these regions. Similarly, G6PD deficiency is widespread in Greece, with a mean prevalence of approximately 3.1 in general populations, rising to about 6.3 in northern Greece. This X-linked recessive enzymopathy, like the thalassemia, is also thought to have offered a protective advantage against malaria. The G6PD gene has many identified mutations contributing to varied degrees of enzyme deficiency. Do the Creeks possess the G6PD gene? How can someone like the Greeks have over 4,000 years of continuity within the area, some kind of way break away from that and jump from the BC period to the between the 800 and 1600 AD period? How did they get there? So I just wanted to kind of go through that real brief, like, right, before I get into this other thing. So there is no way that the Greeks could be the Creeks. No way. So Al Powell, I know you like making up shit. You won't. I bet you won't debate that. I bet you won't debate that the Creeks are the Greeks. See, that's how you know if they serious, right? Or if they trying to hustle. Because he trying to hustle. So he trying to hustle. He should be all in for the debate. Pure Black is in the chat. He must be save the kids, become atheists. Hold on, y'all. So I dropped this book in the chat on another live stream, and I told y'all about the book, right? And the only reason that I'm showing y'all the book right now was good, Ramon. Robert Lee was good. Look what Robert Lee trying to do. I got my own show going, and I'm handling my business, and he want me to stop my show. Look what he want me to do. Look what he want me to do. He want me to stop my show. Look. Stop my show to go over there with 3 fools and try to get words out, knowing they're going to talk over me, and I ain't going to let them do that. And I'm going to talk over them, and then it ain't nobody going to hear nothing. You're going to hear a bunch of bullshit. But Robert Lee want me to stop my show to pull up on them. Not them pulling up on me, but me pulling up on them. How many times? Let me put my face on the screen. How many times do I got to keep on pulling up on them? When they going to come out of their safe zone, right? Where they got the controls, where they can dictate the terms, where they can do all the crazy, goofy shit that they like to do when they being challenged. When they going to come from their safe space, when are we going to see them grow kahunas? Pause. So you want me to go over there and argue with fools? Both of them. That's what my boy Robert said. He said, kill two birds with one stone. They on Root Word channel. I ain't even got Root Word shit linked. Let me get off the screen. Let me get back to our regular scheduled program. So I dropped the link to the book in the chat. I even did it again. I dropped a direct link to it. So if you catching the replay and you interested, you can find out. But see, here go the problem, right? They just try to call the Muscogee Creeks the Greeks. And then we turn around and we got African Creeks. We got African Creeks. Yes, we do. Who the hell is the African Creeks? Anybody know? Anybody got an idea on the so-called African Creeks? See how they had to do? They had to say, your black ass is from Africa. Oh, we got a quote. It says, by ignoring such matters as the sharing of bloodlines and cultural traditions by the groups of a widely differing ethnic origins, and by overlooking the blending of metamorphosis of cultural forms, which is so characteristic of our society, we misconceive our cultural identity. We dread to acknowledge the complex pluralistic nature of our society. And as a result, we find ourselves stumbling upon our true identity under circumstances in which we least expect to do. Boy. This man said the Muscogee Creeks are the Greeks. And that was out of ignorance. Pure ignorance. I'm just putting it on the screen so y'all can see before we even get going. I'm about to drop. As a matter of fact, let me stop real quick before I even get into this text. Let me pause for station identification. Drop this in there like this, like it. Let me get back to it. Now, everybody got the book. We don't have no sources. We don't have SHIT over here. I would like to thank many people who helped me from an in-choked body of research in the manuscript. We ain't dealing with that. I was looking in the chat, the comments. My bad. Let me give y'all this business real quick. Let me skip all this intro. Yada, yada, yada. Acknowledgements. All right. Peep this, y'all. Peep it. Just peep it. In the fall of 1879, William O. Tuggle, a private agent for the Creeks, visited Indian Territory, collecting information to presenting a convincing case of a Congress regarding some Creek claims for payment, which the Creeks had been pressing for since before the Removal Act to the West. Tuggle was no deary-eyed liberal reform advocate. He was a Southern Democrat from Georgia, a self-described unreconstructed rebel. Nonetheless, Tuggle had come to admire Creek accomplishments, and he speculated on the future of the evolving multiracial society he saw in the Creek country. What a strange medley of people are here in Indian Territory. Caucasians, Mongoloids, Indians, Africans, and several new breeds manufactured by judicious crossing. Mongolians, we call them boys Mongolians. If there is any virtue in mixing bloods here, a fine opportunity to try to experiment. Co-partnership between Shem, Ham, and Japheth, with the possibility that Shem and Ham will finally have a rich store of experience, while sagacious Japheth will take care of the finances of the firm. These sons and daughters of Ham, former slaves and free blacks of the Creek nation, were known as Estaves, a Creek phrase that means black people. So, ladies and gentlemen, among the Creek, there is this word, and it means black people. Estaves. They had lived among the Creeks since the first, listen to this. They lived among the Creeks since the first Spanish entradas through the Creek lands east of the Mississippi during the early 16th century. They spoke the same language, ate the same food, held the same worldview, and shared kinship ties with the Creek people. Once a part of Creek society, African Creeks played key roles in all major events in the history. They would have stopped reading at black people. They wouldn't even continue to read anything further, noticing that it says African right there. Yep, I see the chat with me. By the first decades of the 19th century, most African Creeks provided slave labor that enabled leading Creek families to accumulate wealth and power. African Creeks also acted as cultural brokers, interpreters, preachers, warriors, and negotiators as Creeks responded to intrusions into their native lands in Georgia and Alabama, and endured tribal division with the Bitter Red Stick War, removal to Indian territory, and the trauma of the Silver fucking War. Life and life, you must be late to the party. The Creek Indians clearly are defined that are being spoken of here. The black, from what we are referring to in this article, the phrase, the free blacks of the Creek Nation, the black people, they are talking about Africans. They said it several times. African Creeks entered the post-Civil War era, holding and exercising full political, legal, and economic rights as citizens of the Creek Nation. As one of the unheralded success stories of the Reconstruction era, African Creeks held offices in all branches of the Creek constitutional government and participated freely and energetically in its fractious political life. They established themselves as a stable class of human subsistence farmers, ranchers, traders, and merchants on the Creek communal lands. With their equal share of tribal funds, they established schools that rivaled or even surpassed those in the neighboring states. Yet despite these promising beginnings, by 1910, the sons of Japheth had seized control of the finances of the firm and divested the Estaves, the black people. That's what that word means. Them Africans, of their land, excluded them from political life and socially ostracized them with Jim Crow laws in the new state of Oklahoma. This startlingly rapid decline in the African Creek position illuminates larger issues of national and Western development. The destructive efforts of the national ideology of progress and the pressures of cultural consolidation in a nation transformed by civil war, the story of the Estaves of the black people is disturbing but revealing illustration of an important but understudied aspect of American race relations during a crucial stage in their evolution. It lays bare to the forces working to erode cultural traditions, underlining the co-partnership between Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And by extension, it tells the nation choosing a future with no place within it, truly multiracial societies. The Creeks had no consciously created a multiracial society on a racial frontier in the Indian territory, but traditions of diversity and inclusion had its roots as far back as the Mississippian era. So earlier, y'all, you know, a lot of people like to say, huh, what are you talking about, Sean? But I told y'all, I said that the ancestors of the Creeks are the peoples in the period of the Mississippian period. I told y'all that. Now, this tradition continued as the Creek culture adapted to the changes wrought by Euro-American colonization, disposition war, and finally allotment in Oklahoma statehood. Race consciousness and racism certainly permitted some parts of the Creek society and poisoned relations between the blacks and the Creek Indians, even a legacy that has yet to be resolved. Let me pause real quick for station identification. I have somebody on the that has joined the panel. Say, who is you?
Sabio. The one and only Sabio. What up with it, Sean? You know, I've been sitting back listening, and when you started the show, I had a question that I need that nigga to answer, who made the claim that the Muscogee are the Greeks. And it has to do with the Septuagint. The Native Americans wrote the Septuagint?
No.
But according to him, they did. Huh? They also helped decipher or translate the metal netter, the hieroglyphs and all that, Sean. For real? Huh? So Ptolemy Soter was a Native American.
Yeah. But Ptolemy. That's the period, ain't it?
That's the pick.
Ptolemy, the white boy.
Cleopatra was a Native American also. His sister. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Is crazy.
I need him to join this panel and answer that. Or anybody that agrees with him to answer that.
We ain't get no answer, bro.
With facts and evidence.
No, that don't even matter, bro. We ain't getting either one of those, bro. I ain't even looking for. They don't even know what evidence is no more. But give me a second. Let me finish this little part out right here. Then I can we can get back into the bill, bro. Trust me. But throughout the Creek history, race and the building of racial hierarchy was less important to the Creeks than building of the Creek community that recognized the significant role that individual, who they called the black people, played in the Creek society. To ignore that reality would only diminish the Creek ability to deal effectively with the enormous changes swirling around them. African Creeks forged the community identity within the confines of the Creek cultural milieu. I can't never say that word. And what follows is a narrative history that describes the people and the events, as well as the social and political developments that contributed to the building and sustaining of African Creek community identity. I hope that this study contributes something positive to the emerging body of work on African Indian relations done recently by scholars of Barbara Crothamere or however you say her name, Taya Miles, Kevin Milroy, and all these other people. I owe tremendous debt to the scholars who pioneered research in the field, and he named those people. That's the introduction of the book. It's plain, simple, to the point. To the point. So now the name African Creek exists. Eating from the same pot. There's a Creek oral tradition that an African ship ran aground on the Shell Islands off the Alabama coast. Y'all remember me reading this maybe about a month ago? Off the Alabama coast many years before contact with Spanish explorers and their African compatriots in the 16th century. According to the 18th century Creek narrators, the maroon African sailors lived among them for the rest of their lives and left descendants who could be identified by their coarse hair texture. Although the southeastern American Indian archaeological record has yet to yield definitive evidence of a direct contact. Y'all heard that. Yet to yield the definitive evidence of direct contact. Some historians and archaeologists consider a pre-1492 Africa to North America transit likely, although the extent of the contact is debated. The first recorded contact between Africans and the southeastern Indians began when several black members of the Hernando de Soto's expedition deserted and found refuge in the various Indian chiefdoms they encountered during their entrada through the southeast in 1540. The people in the polity Soto encountered and in which the Africans found refuge were the Mississippian cultures. I keep telling y'all, the ancestors of the Creeks are the peoples of the Mississippian period. Different in political structure from the Creeks in the historic period, but from which the Creeks inherited language and other major cultural traits. The Mississippian culture began to form around 800 AD to 1000 AD in the southeast, and some had reached the height of their development when they met Soto and his men. Let me pause real quick. Do y'all really know when the birth of the Creek, when the Creek became to be a fucking, an affiliate out here? If we're talking about the Mississippian periods from 800 AD to 1600 AD, that means the Creek ain't even the Creek yet. But we got people out here calling the Creeks the Greeks. And how the hell could the Creeks be the Greeks if they ain't even here yet? We don't believe you. You need more people. And I know they getting this information because Robert Lee over there.
So Sean, does that mean Plato is Muscogee or Cherokee or Choctaw?
Yeah, Plato gotta be Muscogee. If the Greeks is the Creeks, he gotta be Muscogee, bro. He gotta be on that Muscogee.
So all the Greek scholars that we've read about, they're Muscogees for real.
Yeah, they the Creeks. They don't peoples, bro. You tripping, Sabio. You tripping, bro. Sabio tripping.
Democritus, Pythagoras,
all of them, this is
all of them. All them motherfuckers are native.
Faxamundo.
Wow.
Faxalocious.
That's insane.
Let me get this out. They were a communal people who lived in towns ranging from 24 families and several thousand inhabitants knit together in an intricate web of kinship and clan relationship. They built elaborate mound and plaza complexes that served as centers in the ritual and ceremonial lives. Their towns, in turn, were organized into chiefdoms, in which the hereditary chiefs, their kinship circles, and selected elites ruled a social stratified society. The Kusa paramount chiefdom, one of the richest and most expensive, that Soto and his entourage spent an extended time in, linked various chiefdoms that stretched some 400 miles from southeastern Tennessee into central Alabama, and was possibly one of the largest Indian polities in North America at the time, containing as many as 35,000 people. Given its extent, Kusa was most likely culturally diverse collection of a peoples who spoke a variety of Muscogean dialects as well as other southeastern Indian languages. So what happens? Rich fields provided the Kusas and other Mississippians with their principal food source, corn. Archaeologists and ethnohistorians see the Mississippian commitment to intensive maize agriculture as the key to their development as a complex societies. Indeed, much of their religious, political, and ritual lives were directed toward harnessing communal energies and negotiating the balance of forces, both temporal and spiritual, necessary to ensure the fertility of the fields and bring order to the world. The Mississippian societies were kinship-oriented matrilineal cultures that charted descent from their mothers and owed their primary allegiances to their mother's clan. What we talking about, man? What we talking about with these dudes, man? Let me get back to it. I'm going in. Although Soto and his men encountered women in leadership positions, and archaeologists have uncovered evidence of women being buried in high status graves, men and women had strictly defined gender roles in Mississippian societies. Men would help clear farm fields and aid in planting, but women were generally in charge of farming. They cultivated communal cornfields interspersed with beans, squash, pumpkins, and sunflower seeds. None of these Negroes in the Aboriginal community know how to do any of this. How many of you see planting beans, squash, pumpkins, and sunflower seeds? That ain't even a part of their damn diets. Them black ass people ain't eating no damn pumpkins or squash, let alone the beans. You might catch them with some sunflower seeds. Anywho, from which they produced an agricultural surplus they stored for later use. Mississippians also gathered various wild foods. Women produced household goods and cared for children. You know, Dulcinea, you don't even do this because you probably ain't got no kids. Sharice, you might have a kid because I do believe that somebody would have just left one in you versus Dulcinea ugly ass. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Men provided meats and hides through hunting and acquired other prestige goods through trade and raiding. Indeed, warfare and raiding were important features of Mississippian life, through which men earned status as well as material goods. Men also built houses, ceremonial buildings, traps, and canoes, and did the labor associated with hunting and fishing. They built canoes, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't build boats. They didn't build ships. They built canoes. Get your ass on one of them canoes and try to travel to Athens if you want to. Yo, this is crazy. Mississippian warfare practices accounted for a form of slavery in the southeastern societies. Captives taken in a war raiding not only added to the warrior's prestige, but also fortified a chieftain's population. Although the Spanish did not mention the presence of slaves during their stay in the Kusa, they did observe slaves at work in the fields in the neighboring chiefdoms, and the same situation probably prevailed in Kusa. Slaves were considered people without kinship, a particularly repugnant notion of a kinship-based society, but adopted practices were probably in place, particularly for the captive women and children, wherein slaves would eventually find a place in society. So their form of slavery Before Europeans colonized and took over the Americas and introduced a form of slavery to them, among the Muscogee's ancestors, their formal idea of slavery was similar in thought to that of the Africans. Think about that. They just told you. Slaves were considered people without kinship, a particularly repugnant notion in a kinship society, but adoptive practices were probably in place, particularly for captive women and children, wherein slaves could eventually find a place in society. Adoptive practices could also apply to foreigners who voluntarily came among them. If evidence from the latter historic period is an indication, the Cusas likely recognized the slave-master relationship that existed in the Soto expedition, and given the Spaniards' conduct while Cusa freely plundering foods, seizing women, and holding the chiefs himself hostage, while pillaging and terrorizing their way through the province, the Cusas probably viewed the African slaves among the Spanish as potential allies. The African slaves among the Spanish as potential allies. You New Age Negroes, how dare you? He said Mount Olympus is really the Appalachian Mountains. Boy, y'all going in. The Parthenon is a Mississippi mound. Boy, hey, yo, y'all know how to troll. Y'all definitely know how to troll. Another Creek oral history from a later period recounts that while the Indians feared and distrusted the Spanish, they were more familiar with the Africans on the expedition. Why this would be so is not clear. There were indeed many cultural similarities between the forest peoples of West Africa and the southeastern Mississippians, but most of the African slaves on the expedition were thoroughly acculturated domestic slaves who spoke Spanish and had converted to Christianity. What is more, not all the Africans on the expedition were slaves, as skin color or African origins did not automatically imply slave status. In any case, it is no wonder that African slaves on the expedition could see advantages in escaping bondage, not to mention the hazards and the deprivations of expedition of life, to live in a prosperous chiefdom like Cusa. Oh, shit. But hold on, y'all. There we go. Problem solved. Soto's chronicler reported that in some cases, the fight of these men was the result of the affection of women. One African slave from the expedition eloped with the lady of Kafataki, a young woman from an elite ruling family in the Piedmont area of the Carolinas. Yeah, that African man went over there and got him some of that little Indian, some of that Mongolian cuckoo. Yeah, exotic cuckoo. It made him a mulatto. The two were reported to be living together as man and wife when the expedition left their area in the 1540s. Indian informants told members of the Tristan de Luna's 1559 expedition that another fugitive, Johann Biscayne, a literate African slave, escaped and lived with the Cusas for 11 or 12 years. Robles, another African slave, also stayed behind, but under slightly different circumstances, described by his owners as a fine Christian and a good slave. Robles was too ill to travel. The type of ills is unknown and was not expected to survive the journey back. Ladies and gentlemen, they never seen these black people before until they showed up with the Spanish. Process that. Where's the crayon color loving dudes at? Where that sis ass Vino? Champy, the peoples that they's talking about is my peoples. And I'm telling you, Champy, that the peoples is the black peoples. is the Seminoles, and we's is the Seminoles. We's them black peoples, Sean P. We not from no Africa. We been in the area for years, and we's the peoples, Sean P. It don't matter what the Peckerwood say. The Peckerwood can tell her whatever, Sean P. But you know what I'm saying? I was with you up until they said the African shit, Sean P. Because ain't no African in the peoples, Sean P. That's the Peckerwood. Sean P, not a coincidence. And YK, the truth. You all bastards. What is your Bantu language? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Lane, let me finish with Sean P and tell Sean P that he wrong. I see what the source say, but I ain't reading what the Peckerwood say no more because it don't believe me. You see what I'm saying? No, I don't, but I do know that Sean P, not a coincidence, and YK the truth are fucking Bantu wannabe African booty scratchers. Bruh. Kusa. Kusa. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Nah, I'm live. Oh. The Kusas gladly accepted him into their care, and later accounts verified that he did survive. These first encounters between Africans and the forebears of the Creeks then reveal no apparent aversions based on skin color. This shit was adopted. Their racism for us, the Africans, was adopted later on in life. Because the early Mississippians who have yet to become the fucking Creeks didn't see us like that. It wasn't based on skin color. I ain't even gonna go too far into that. I'm gonna stop right there. We right here, we cooked enough. We got a nice chunk of this shit. We already know African all day long. What they be calling us, pan boo, you pan boo boos. Not a coincidence. Sean P, YK the truth, Lucky, all of those people that be on the Mossy Warrior Clan YouTube are all pan boo boos, and even Sabio's a pan boo boo. And
yep, I am a pan boo boo also. I am a true pan boo boo. Sean, you know what?
What up?
One thing that I've recognized about this concept, or I've recognized through life, is this concept of Pan-Africanism started when the first African got his head chopped off for fighting, jumped off the slave ship, and told them motherfuckers, we not slaves, we free. Who the fuck is these European motherfuckers to kidnap us? What the hell wrong with these niggas? Pan-Africanism started then. We just firm on it.
Definitely did, bro. You preaching.
During the time our ancestors put a term on it.
Yeah, if I was a Christian, this is the part where I would say, amen, brother.
The fuck? They better recognize. Our people knew where the fuck they came from and where the fuck they was trying to get back to. They wasn't jumping off them slave ships trying to drown. They was trying to swim back to the motherland.
Facts. You know, they ain't know where they were going. They were trying to get there.
they knew they wasn't trying to go where the fuck them Europeans was taking them.
That's facts.
These motherfuckers got the game all the way fucked up. But I digress. Like
Rude words. I
digress. Like to say, I digress.
Yeah, that's rude word favorite shit. What you digressing from words? And please do not let Big Up Virginia hear that shit. You're using it out of context. You use it in right. He be staring him saying that. I digress. Rude words, boy, you doing some coke or something.
Man, that should be making like, what are you digressing for?
I digress.
What do you even know what you're using the word digress? You're using it out of context, nigga. What you digress after everything you say?
Yeah, I digress.
I guess. Cool.
Yeah, that nigga Sean P. Fuck that nigga Sean P. Man, that nigga always got something to say. He fuck with the Peckerwood, and I keep telling y'all, fuck that nigga Sean P. Fuck that nigga Sean P. because he gonna try to tell me who my peoples is and my last name Abraham. I'm linked to the Abraham, yeah, the OG, the real true fighting Seminoles.
Hey, I don't know why this shit talking about I'm recording.
You ain't recording, I believe. You do that automatically, bro. You can relax. Relax, brother.
What's good with you, fam? Man, I had you 2 sitting ducks, man.
Look. Now he back, y'all. He back. He had 2 sitting ducks. What was the topic?
Man, them fools was talking about they found Greek coins in the mounds.
Stop it. They found what? Robert
I don't
Lee.
know if it was 50-cent pieces or $1 coins, but he said they found.
I believe. Did they show the coins?
No, now you know they ain't gonna do that. You got to go do your own research, Sean.
Your own research, huh? That's the game right there. You got to do your own research.
Hey, that's the Abo Shuffle.
Can they at least provide us a source to begin with?
No, brother. See,
what?
That's your problem. This how they tell me. That's your problem. You're being lazy. You got to go down the rabbit hole like they did. They just ain't gonna word it like that, you know.
So it's all about esotericism and belief.
Oh yeah, you got to have faith. I think that's what they talking about. I mean, cause don't nobody never provide no information, brother. One of them fools told me today that Native Americans had guns on their head, shooting at the white man when they came here.
How did they? Hold on. So how did they get ammunition? Ammunition was not here before the Europeans arrived. So how did they get ammunition to shoot at somebody?
Hey, brother, I'm just telling you what they told me. They
Listen to what I'm saying,
everything was here.
Bro, listen to me. The evidence, bro. The evidence show that the weaponry that they had here was primitive as it pertains to weaponry. They had them damn
tomahawks, bows and arrows,
and bow and arrows. We just gonna keep it like that. Look at Thomas, Oklahoma. He's saying it. We had guns on our heads,
brother. Y'all, they had guns on their head. I'm talking Glocks.
Before Glocks?
Yes. Yes. All that came from here. I don't know where at in America, but somewhere in America.
So why didn't the Native Americans have a counter to the Colt 45?
Brother, they did. They the ones sold the Europeans the Colt 45.
Oh shit.
See, I'm just telling you what they told me. See, everything that we think and everything that the experts has proven is a lie. They had the guns, they had the they was pimping, like they was going around the world building pyramids, but they refused to build it here
from
because it wasn't time.
From canoes. Canoes.
Hey, brother, no, they didn't have canoes. They had crew on them big damn cruise ships. They just hid them.
So they had what were those ships called? Schooners and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, they had a schooner 300 years before the schooner.
Hold up. Y'all ain't heard they was here 300 million years ago.
Bro, I'm not listening to that shit.
Yeah.
What bones?
300 million years.
What bones did they find that's 300 million years old?
Brother, I'm just telling you. See, I've been going to their school for a little while now, right? So I'm learning they info, and what I'm learning is, brother, they had airplanes, cars. I'm talking Bentleys before people was riding on horses, bro.
Huh? How?
I ain't figured that part out yet. I'm still, I'm like
a sophomore in they had cars before they had horses.
Yes,
that's right.
Where horsepower come from?
Yeah. They said they had those. What's that? They said they had them skyscraper builders and all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had big buildings, big cities. No, they.
So where did the word horsepower come from?
Oh man, that's European talk, man. These niggas had Bentleys on 24s, pulling up, slamming Cadillac doors.
All right. Niggas got to get off of planet Nibiru at this point.
This boy said planet Nibiru.
I don't know where the fuck these niggas living at, Sean. In their minds. Where the fuck are these niggas living at?
I've been trying to figure that shit out too, man. Where they live at? Like, God, brother, I'm almost scared to find out where they live at.
Nibiru.
I'm trying to think. Oh, hold up. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. It was white Negroes back in the past too.
White Negroes.
White Negroes.
This shit when did white people become Negroes?
Right.
Brother, you got to talk to the queen of the pack.
You need to stay your ass away from them.
Who is that? Dumpsonaya? Yodi.
Oh man.
Yodi.
It's either Dulcinea or
it's Dulcie. She once said it.
Dumpsonaya.
Said those people that was white passing wasn't white passing, they was white Negroes.
White Negroes.
So
how do you have white Negroes?
Brother, I ain't even figured out the black European thing yet. I ain't finna try to figure out the white Negroes.
Not only that, but when did the Greeks do y'all all agree that the
He said Negro means indigenous, brothers.
Oh yeah, Negro mean everything, brother. Indian, indigenous, like what else they say Negro mean?
So Negro is all inclusive. How long have I been saying that?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, I've been saying it. That's the argument. That's how they get themselves into this.
Oh yeah. Just like with the blood.
I've been saying it. I've been now niggas reckon I don't be making shit up. It's that we are the world bullshit. And the idea
Negroes was
of
everywhere.
black.
Listen, the
Because of
American
the
Negro
word
was
black,
everywhere.
and because of the word black, they can attach that to anybody that has what been disadvantaged or what oppressed by the European.
Right. That's their ultimate goal. That's it. At the end of the day, that's how they go for claiming anything.
Oh, it mean more too. Negro mean more too. I forgot that.
It also
It was a
means Hebrew
status.
Israelite. It also means Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah, Hebrew Israelite. I think they from the Ham tribe or Ham people, descendants or something like that.
Mika.
Yeah, Jacob.
Mika, how long have I been saying this? I've been saying this shit before I had a YouTube channel. I've been saying this shit.
That's crazy. And Ham not real. That's a fact.
Yeah, Ham not real.
They all the fictitious mythological characters, and they still playing on it. So at this point, it come down to that.
Mythomaniac.
Yep, definitely that.
It's not only are they mythomaniacs, they're egotistical mythomaniacs. Their ego gets in the way and it aligns with the myth that they adhere to. So their life and how they have structured their lives cannot exist without the myth.
Yeah, nigga A1 gave me some homework to do tonight. I got to find the Greek coins in the mound, and I got to find which mound it was in and who put it there. I don't think he found it, but he know about it.
There's
That's the homework he gave me.
There's no Greek coins found in the Americas in a damn mound.
Now, Sean, look, I know you are a good reading ass nigga, like V-Note said. And but A1 been doing it, teaching this shit for 10 years, brother.
Yeah. He's been teaching
10 years. He been on the internet 10 years or more teaching this stuff.
And he's been wrong for all 10.
I agree, but you got to understand where he's coming from.
No, I don't. Where's the Greek coins?
I mean, I kind of understand what he's trying to say. He's been doing this as long as doctors been trying to go to school and learn their profession. So he's at the top of his league in this shit.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's definitely learning incorrectly. As a matter of fact, hold on. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold it down real quick. Y'all keep the conversation live. Give me something to drink.
Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, these guys been like, they are at the top of the food chain when it comes to this Aboriginal, Black Indian, Black people in America information. They got the information that the white man ain't got. The Mormons or whoever them people is they claim in Utah ain't even got the info they got. Brother, they got a guy over there named Wild Savage that live in the archives. He lived in the archives, brother. Y'all ain't fucking with that. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get Sean to come over there and get 2 birds in 1 stone. They gone now. They probably went to sit back and watch Sean live and see what he say. Yeah, Sean tripping, man. I'm gonna find that doggone Greek coin in that mound that A1 talking about. He trying to act like A1 don't know what he talking about. But they don't call that man A1 for nothing. I think that 1 behind the A stand for 100 years. He been studying this info 100 years, man. This man done been on the planet as long as them people in the Bible, 3, 4. Who else up here with me? Oh, it's just me up here, Lucky? Oh, man. So, yo, let me run these advertisements right quick. Check it out, son. Go to Amazon.com. My man Wild Savage got these war bonnets going on for $119. When you type in Wild Savage name, you get 20% off. You know what I'm saying? So go and get your Aboriginal war bonnets. They on Amazon right now, son, for the low. Type in Wild Savage name, you get 20% off, yo. Real talk. Oh, yeah, we also coming out with the smoke signal shirts. Know what I'm saying? The craziest show on the internet right now. Shout out to my dog Smoke Signal, man. Hey, Smoke Signal going to heaven. I don't care what nobody says, son. Smoke Signal is doing the work of the Lord. Because if we didn't have Smoke Signal channel, all of them fools would be on a corner like the Hebrew Israelites. So, as much as y'all don't like my dog Smoke Signal doing the Lord work, man. That's a fact. That nigga got his wings. If anybody going to heaven, it's gonna be Smoke Signal. So all y'all think y'all going to heaven, hey, you best believe Smoke Signal gonna be in that line too. That's a good nigga. Cause shit, Sean ain't going for it. You see how Sean be beating up on him. It ain't going down over here. They scared to come over here though. They'll make every excuse in the world not to come over here. And shout out to all my white Negroes, all the white Negroes in the house. Yeah, I know some of y'all niggas white Negroes. Shout out to y'all. Oh, yes, another channel. I'm going to promote another channel jumping off that ain't on the pseudo. We're kind of pseudo, but not all the way pseudo. My dog Root Word. My dog Bobby Knight channel, they be jumping it off. Hey, if you want a good bedtime story, my dog V-Note Ghetto Engine, brother, the best channel to put your ass to sleep on the market, brother. I'm telling you, that man got the best stories ever, and they go on for hours. You would be asleep in 15 minutes, money back guarantee. So check out my dog Ghetto Engine. Hey, if you can't go to sleep, but yeah, check out my dog Bobby Knight channel, Root Word channel. You know, I be over there. You know, sometimes. If y'all ain't know, I'm that crazy ass nigga that be cussing them niggas out over there on the Aboriginal channel. This your boy Robert Lee here. So don't think I'm slow like them. You know, I ain't no college graduate nigga. I ain't no good reading ass nigga like my dog Sean P. That what Vino say, he a good reading ass nigga. Funniest shit I ever heard in my life. But yeah, man, if y'all ain't doing that, man, go over there and tell Smoke how much you thank him. Good Lord.
Your phone messing up bad in the mud, bro.
Yeah, what's crazy?
My phone messing up.
Yeah, your phone messing up.
Yeah, what's crazy though is basically all of history has to be rewritten now. All the Greek sculptures all that shit has to be made Native American looking.
That's true.
Them niggas gotta put hairdressers on them. Thor, all those Greek gods gotta become Native American gods and shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, but that's where we are right now. At the end of the day, it's just it is what it is. It's where we are right now, where they just making up shit. Making up shit to a degree that even the people won't really dive into what they're saying. Like, at what point do you come out of idiocracy?
That part. Or you just gonna let idiots tell you anything and say anything to you? Tell me this shit start happening already. Yep. That's why I can't hear.
Yep. Are we reading the chat? Most Black Americans will have more European ancestry than Native Americans. Yeah. In some instances, because Native Americans had the ability to be able to stick to their own, but those who were close neighbors to those Europeans could find themselves entangled in relationships because it's just humans being humans at that point. Like, I don't know why people think that people just ain't just gonna stop having sex. That's the furthest thing from it. You know what I mean? And some of it could be very intentionally forced. So it's gonna be that. Definitely gonna be that for sure.
Man, that shit crazy. I just don't understand why these niggas gotta lie, like, and make up shit, you know? Try to rewrite narratives and force people into being things that they weren't and in the places that they couldn't get to and didn't know about and shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That shit doesn't make sense to me. If you want to be a fiction writer, nigga, write a fiction book. Write a science fiction book and become a science fiction author. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I guess that's too much of a challenge. Niggas just rather make up shit.
It's easier, bro.
So at this time, I might as well accept that somewhere on the planet there are orcs and elves and all those other motherfuckers fighting Sauron, fighting to keep the ring from Sauron, right? There's a Smeagol, there's hobbits and all that shit, right? Somewhere over there in Scotland, somewhere
Well,
in that
the
area.
hobbits is midgets. We just keep it a buck on it. On that, we just say we call it the hobbits the midgets.
Nah, fuck that hobbit with hairy feet, live in little houses, all that shit. They look like elves.
You talking about? Okay, all right. You want to go to Lord of the Rings? Go ahead.
Might as well, fuck it. And throw Chronicles of Narnia in this bitch too.
Talking lions.
Talking lions. Let's go. Might as well. We going in the La La Land, in the fantasy land. How about what was that with Jet Li when the Monkey King?
I ain't see that movie. I seen the title. I ain't no pause in it.
Might as well. Let's go all the way in. Fuck it. Got turtles living under the sewers in New York too. Spider-Man real and Batman live in Gotham. And Metropolis is a real city. It's Atlanta. Fuck it.
Metropolis is Atlanta.
Metropolis is Atlanta.
I thought Metropolis was in Indiana, where the casino is.
Maybe it is Indiana. I thought it was Atlanta.
No, it's in Indiana, bro. I ain't gonna let you take Metropolis, Indiana, on up out of there, bro. You know, Superman was already a real person. Clark Kent is real.
We'll put it in it. We'll put it in Indiana. Fuck it.
Yeah,
let's go all the way in.
I done been up there before, bro. I went up there. They got a whole statue of Superman up there. Metropolis, Indiana. That's where the casino boat is.
Might as well. I mean, might as well. What else are we supposed to do at this point?
And you thought Atlanta was Atlantis. What the fuck? Yodi in the chat. Yodi in the chat.
Man,
Yodi.
Atlanta was Atlantis. These niggas are stupid, yo.
Yodi told you he believed in the mythical shit.
So Romulus got suckled by Romulus and Remus. They both got suckled by a she-wolf.
Yeah, Yodi got his own goddamn hypothesis.
Icarus flew up to the moon. Flew up to the sun and had his wings melted off. Right? What other myths? If you believe in that myth, what other myths do you believe in? There's a bunch of myths out here. Humpty Dumpty. So there was an egg motherfucker that sat on a wall.
Yep, and had a great fall.
Had a great fall. Jack in the fucking beanstalk.
That's the Tower of Babel.
Oh, that's the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, the beanstalk.
Mother, what was that with the King Midas?
Yep.
Nigga, stupid. I can't. If this is the world and the level of conversations that I have to have with these grown people, I refuse.
Yep. Shit crazy.
Absolutely crazy, bro. I refuse. You niggas sitting at home thinking Tom and Jerry was based off of real characters? Nah. You shouldn't even be conversing with me. You need to go converse with betterhelp.com. I'm going to promote psychiatric help for a lot of you niggas. Especially any nigga that believes Icarus flew his ass to the sun and had his wings melted off. Zeus?
Yeah, the statue of him, he's real, just like Rocky. R.I.P. Apollo Creed. Boy, y'all boys is crazy. Pure Black is pure is a pure troll.
Pure fool.
He on his account that says save the kids, become an atheist.
Yeah, he's stupid.
I mean, it's true. It's definitely true. Definitely. What up, Q Black?
Like, at this point, we basically got to acquiesce to every stupid thing that they say.
I'm not acquiescing to shit. Fuck them. I'm not. No, bro. The more you try to be less African, the more African you become. And what I mean by that is, in your argument in trying to get the fuck away from being African, you're doing everything to prove us right.
Right. Doing yourself a disservice in the process, not realizing it.
Right. Because we just bringing out the evidence that proves you're African is day in and day out. And then if Aboriginal power claims that the Abos don't possess any of the haplogroups that the Africans have, then he really running his shit into a stink, because trying to use Lucia ain't gonna help you.
No. Why would they even use that ancient ass skeleton?
Bro, he pulled up Lucia and Nevis's old video, bro.
Wow. Like, you got to be one of the dumbest people on the planet to do that. I mean, seriously. Maybe not, but I think you up there with the dumbest people on the planet. I think my shit fucked up again.
Yeah, a little bit. Hold on, let me let Willie. Oh, you here? What's up, man?
What up, though?
I know what you want, dog.
Damn, motherfucker, just come over here to kick it. You ready to fight? I ain't got no beef, dog. I'm straight.
Nah, bro, you was in the chat popping off, bro.
So what? So what?
Oh, okay, so what, huh? That's
So
how you
what?
feel? That's how you feel?
No, I'm good. I'm just saying, we gotta keep it.
Nah, is it so what or what is it? You know what kind of energy you want to deal with?
Listen, bro, relax. I'm not your enemy.
Nah, I'm relax. You're not my enemy.
We both African brothers, okay? Relax.
Well, we both African brothers.
Because they had Glocks 800 years ago over here. Don't shoot at me.
Glock.
That was
800 years ago.
That was the craziest shit I done heard, though.
Let's go.
Because if they had firearms, how they get defeated? That would make them some real bitches then.
Man, super bitches.
If they had the same firepower,
European take your firearms from you.
Thank you. If y'all had the same firepower as the Europeans and they came over here and fucked y'all up, y'all some real bitches then. But we know that ain't true.
Take y'all firepower and then take y'all land. Y'all some
Let them take y'all motherfucking cookies and y'all. You shit crazy.
I don't know. Well, Willie, you deal with that shit.
I don't go over there. I don't go over there. Robert Lee go over there every night. I can't do that.
Robert Lee crazy.
I can't. I ain't got that much fight in me over stupidity.
Nah, Robert Lee go over there because he be driving them trucks and be bored.
I like torturing their ass.
Yeah, I like torturing. I be over there listening, but to fight 7 motherfuckers at one time, I can't. Because I get mad and then I be wanting to pull up at one of their houses.
I like fighting 7 idiots. It's easy.
Yeah, me too. I go over there and shit. I call all of them mama bitches.
Yeah, I can't. You call my mama a bitch. I'm trying to find out where you live at. I'm not even trying to play that. I'm gonna be real upset about that.
I mean, you got to provoke me. You know what I'm saying? They do provoke me. But at the same time,
they provoke all of us because as soon as you dealing with information and then they start all the bitch shit, then you know what I'm saying, they got to know.
Yeah, because I done heard them wilding on you one night, Robert. I wanted to come in and be like, you know what? Drop your address. I make time to come
brother.
over there.
They didn't. The 3 that popped the most, that made me give them my address to pull up to my front door. And I mean, like I told them, don't let a year pass by. Handle your business.
I can't.
I mean, because they wouldn't give me theirs, so fuck it. I gave them mine. Because I don't know what they think gonna happen when they show up, but I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna go the way they think it's gonna go.
Robert, I swear, I would be so disappointed if I end up in prison because all they gonna do is tell on your ass.
They can tell them. How they gonna tell on me if they show up to my house with the intentions to hurt me?
And then the motherfucking YouTube video gonna be in court. And they be in that motherfucker testifying against your ass. Everybody on that panel.
I'm quite sure. Where even if they do, they came to my house.
The same motherfuckers on there that claim they so solid. I'm this. I'm from the hood. All them motherfuckers is doing is selling YouTube re-rock. That's all they doing.
Oh yeah.
They ain't no motherfuckers that never been out here. They trying to make $2 off a fake stream.
All this come from the Moors. All this come from them lying Moors back in the day.
No, the shit. Somebody really got exposed yesterday. Sean P put a motherfucker on total blast yesterday.
I just seen your message.
Yeah. I was trying to catch you earlier to come get A1 and AP, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you, I had two birds in one stone.
They wouldn't even let Sean on them. They seen Sean in the back and left him in the bag.
Bro, exactly.
Them sucker ass motherfuckers.
Now, Ruwords would have let me on, but he would have kicked me off.
He just as dumb as dumb.
Yeah, that's one of the dumbest niggas I've ever encountered.
No, Zay was up there. So when it was going down, when I messaged you, Zay was up there. So he like administrator of the channel. He was gonna let you stay. I had to talk it over with him and everything.
You say he
man, I'm finna holler
administrator?
at Sean, get him to come over here now.
Greek corn found in a nah, bro. We'll never find that evidence. I can't even find it right now. I went looking for it. I can't even.
Yeah, I need to see
find
that.
Just the fact that they say that the Creeks were the Greeks, if that was the case, then the Creeks wouldn't fucking exist. They would always be the Greeks.
Facts.
Why they changed their name? If that's the case, why they changed? Show me why they changed their names from the Greeks to the Creeks, so we can have a conversation.
Well, I think their name is the Muscogee.
Hear what I'm saying?
Listen,
Yesterday,
hold on. Listen to the sources. Friendly Metal Detecting Forum, Archaeology Magazine, Live About, Ancient Origins, all of them talking about shit, some coins. Theory of Phoenician Discovery of the Americas. Pull that up. Anybody with wiki, I'll put it on the motherfucking screen.
Yeah, if I try to
go
out, they're gonna kick me out.
You see what I mean, Robert? As soon as Sean do that, they're gonna kick him out.
Yeah, he got to go.
As soon as he do that, they gonna kick his ass out of there.
They're all alleged artifacts. All. I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna make it big. Alleged artifacts.
And what does alleged mean?
Oh man, Sean petty as hell, man. He be killing these niggas.
Fuck them niggas, bro. I don't care nothing about them niggas.
Robert, yesterday when Sean called the Muscogee tribe, that's the ultimate petty shit he did yesterday. Cause I'm in the chat, like, call the motherfuckers. And when I heard him put that phone on speaker,
you didn't have to gas me. I was calling them.
I pulled the fuck over.
Hold on,
Listen, I caught the playback. I couldn't catch it live, right? So I
caught that shit live. I was in fucking tears. Cause I knew when that lady answered the phone and said her name was Lisa, and I knew when Sean started buttering up them questions, and when he gave her them numbers on that card, she paused for a second, and she said, "Those are too many numbers." I was like, "Done deal. This is a done deal right here." He got a Sister Betty card. He got a Sister Betty card.
No, it's Sister Betty. Sister Betty. You can't be putting that H in there like that.
Sister Bethy.
No, man. Take the H out. It's Betty.
Sister Betty.
It's Betty
Sister
Crocker.
Betty.
Big Juicy, aka Big Juicy.
Yeah, she is crazy. Turned up Sanaya together. They make the dumb super tandem.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this, Sean. The boy, well, I ain't gonna call him a boy. Absolutely put up a map, right? He didn't tuck off the Algonquin word and put this the Scottish Empire and saying everywhere where these tribes was Scottish Empire. And he presenting it like it's the truth. I don't think they know where it come from. But this guy, his name is he is absolutely retarded. Like the shit that he say, bro, that shit'll give you a headache.
He ain't fucking with the pseudo queen. He ain't fucking with her.
He close.
He ain't nobody over there fucking with the pseudo queen.
Nah, I swear it ain't.
The black Europeans, I'm still stuck right there.
Brother, she was enslaved. Her family was enslaved by black Europeans. Brother, can y'all see my avatar?
Yeah.
I chose this picture because of the queen. I told her I was gonna find a slave that was her twin. And I found it.
Hey, Sean, was early
Got a
today,
name and
Sean,
everything.
you said some shit that was so terrible, bro, about a motherfucker having some kids. I wanted to slap your ass through the phone when you said that Sean was laughing so goddamn hard.
What I said?
No, not you, Robert. Sean said some shit. He was like, she too ugly. Ain't nobody put no baby in her. That shit had me laughing so goddamn hard.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I tried. I don't be want to come at her hard, but like I asked her to don't play with me with the gay jokes. Like, yo, cut that out. Don't be insinuating that I'm gay, or anything. And she refused to do it. So I come at her kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie.
I was listening that night.
Yeah, I come at her kind of hard. I'm wrong for that shit. I know I ain't shit. I mean, but
no, the fuck you not. If you asked her to stop and she kept doing it,
I tried to make a
the
truth.
floodgates
I
open
said,
at
look,
that point.
I won't violate you in this way if you're. And I told her I was gonna come for a child. I said, look, I won't violate you by coming at you about your child if you don't come at me with the gay jokes. Like, joke about anything, say anything that's funny, you know what I'm saying? Try to make people laugh, but don't get up here trying to insinuate I'm gay. Like, you got all these niggas up here that say all types of gay shit. I don't never talk like that. I'm not inviting no man to do nothing with me. Like, that's crazy. But she was like, nah. So I said, all right.
Nah, just don't joke with me. That's how I stopped that. Don't joke with me. Don't call me on my name. Because I'm not going to take that shit lightly.
Well, I don't mind her calling me a bitch ass nigga and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no.
She can talk like that. Hey, I don't mind none of that.
No, I ain't going for that, Robert. Call me that. I'm going to stop what I'm doing.
Man, we on the internet. This girl some way, I don't plan on trying to meet her. I know what I'm saying? I don't mind her saying all that crazy shit. But nigga, don't start saying I'm gay and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, now you done crossed the motherfucking line.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't even play with them. Don't call me nothing but my motherfucking name. When you get out of pocket with that, I'm going to either go the fuck ham all the way off, or I'm going to get the fuck off and go somewhere else where we can have a respectful conversation.
Well, for me to pass time, right? For me to get on through, they help me keep me woke. But I learned that when they get trapped off in a corner, they're gonna try to insult you. So I learned to take a lot of what they're saying, because I know they didn't realize they done fucked up with what they said, and I got them back in the corner. But then when it get too rough, I pull out that old Draco and spray everybody. Everybody can get it now.
Yeah, it's when you go over there and you start really, running their motherfucking heads over, you got to argue with 5 motherfuckers, and I can't do it.
Well, y'all ever seen that movie Half Baked?
It sounds like a police movie.
Nah, it's a movie about some Dave Chappelle movie. They were getting high and shit.
Oh. No, I ain't
anyway,
I might have seen it.
In that movie, they had an apartment, and it was always a guy on the couch. They didn't know who the hell he was. He was just there, like, and that's what go on at Smoke Center. He got a person there, like the guy called Super. He just there. Ain't got no information. I think he's a real fuck nigga in real life. And that's why he there, like, you know what I'm saying? But he just there. So, like, he'll cause all types of disruption in the conversation. He just dared to, because he ain't got nowhere else to go. So that he be the main one throwing jabs for no reason that gonna derail the whole conversation.
You know,
In
Robert.
all honesty, I believe he gay.
You know, Robert. I always question what was Soup's purpose. He don't add into no conversation. He ain't never got nothing to say other than some bullshit.
Facts.
And then when you start questioning him about his family always been there. Well, show me where your family always been here. Did it? He go into dumb shit, you know, calling you out your name and all that. And I'm like, nah, bro. I be over there. I be listening when you be in that motherfucker going ham. I be listening. I be in motherfucking tears though, but I don't know how you do it.
Oh yeah, I go over there and cause hell. I go over there and start knocking everything off the table, nigga.
I think the last my final straw was one day. I think BAP or Aboriginal one of them dudes said something crazy over there one night. I went the fuck off. I said, nah, I can't come over here no more. I said, cause I ain't going for that shit. I ain't got the patience for that. I fuck around, be in trouble.
What killed me is how they can laugh at their own lie and corny jokes. Like that would be killing me. Like, come on, man, say something funny. Like that guy, what his name? Auto History. That nigga got a cousin that live in every city and town and neighborhood in America. And I'm like, how is that even possible, bro? Like you connected to all these people and you know them. Now he is that's one of the most annoying Aboriginals, I think. That nigga right there. It's like, yo, no matter what the topic is, he got a cousin or uncle or auntie or somebody that's then did it or there.
Hey, Sabio made a good point earlier. I don't know if you heard him, Robert.
What do you say?
They said they had cars 2,000-3,000 years ago. Sabio said, well, where did the term horsepower come from? That's a damn good question. Because the horse came before the cars. The horse and carriage came before the cars. Then the electric car came. The electric car came before a combustible car. So where did the term horsepower come from? That was a damn good question Sabio asked.
But like I tried to remind Sabio, you can't be too smart. You can't be asking them intelligent ass questions. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of a perfect lie. Gotta let the lie marinate. You gotta open your mind. Take your hat off.
You gotta open your. That seems like you closing your mind more than anything. Shit. You welding that bitch shut.
Hey.
If the Creeks is the Greeks, goddammit.
Oh, I think Root Word clarified that with me. I don't think he think the Indian tribe Creek is the Greek. He talking about the word. He's saying something about the word.
Wait, what are you talking about?
He's saying the word Greek, the G, it was first used, it was with a K. They ain't start using the G until the 1800s. Some weird shit, he said. I ain't quite understand it, but I heard him.
So the Creeks start with a K?
Yeah, it was originally written with a K.
Wow. It's official. This is why our schools had an LD class. And all them motherfuckers was in LD.
I think so too, brother.
They couldn't be in the regular population with us. Them motherfuckers was all in LD. And now they done got on YouTube.
Yeah, this internet shit, the devil. Hey, but what y'all think about what I was saying about Smoke Signal, man? Y'all don't think that nigga going to heaven for the work he's doing for the Lord?
They don't even have wings big enough to lift his big ass up in heaven. The fuck is you talking about?
Man, listen, Smoke a good nigga, man. That nigga going to heaven, dog. I'm telling you, man.
Listen, Smoke is just as dumb. He is just as dumb as them dumb motherfuckers on this panel.
Can't be, brother. That man created a channel. He created a neighborhood for them niggas. Think about it, brother. You be in the D. I know it's some crazy niggas in the D because Cosmon be coming up here. Can you imagine that nigga on the corner talking that Owaspy Indian shit? He a Owaspy Cherokee now.
Cos is a fraud. I don't know if you was on there that night when he said he was gonna fuck me up. I'm like, well, what?
Oh yeah, I was there. And you pulled to the stove.
I went right to where the fuck he said he was at, because my
Y'all
brother lived one
see
block
why I
away.
don't go over there. Y'all see why I don't go over there. Listen to the turmoil, the drama between these two brothers talking.
Yeah, motherfucker said he gonna fuck me up. I'm on my motherfucking way, Sean. What you talking about?
I'm saying,
yo, I remember that night, Will. It was funny.
Yeah,
when you pulled up to the stove, he called.
I said that for damn near an hour.
He looked out the window or something.
I said that for damn near an hour. Where you at, motherfucker? And then when I leave and get back on the highway, he popped back on Smoke Channel.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I remember that night.
I beat the socks off that motherfucker. That's why I said, Sean, I can't go over there, because you start talking crazy to me, I'm gonna be real upset about that. And if you call my mama a bitch, I'm really not gonna take that lightly.
I know these guys very far away. You know, I be passing through a lot of these areas. So like I told them, I'm gonna let them know I'm in the area. But I already know, man, they ain't gonna talk all that shit face to face and anything. It really ain't gonna be no talk, especially with a few of them. But I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying, follow these niggas up. I ain't finna follow them up.
Fuck that.
I'm always ready, so I ain't even worried about that.
Hold on. Santi found the account of the life of David George. He was a noted fan keeps to track us by knowing the difference in our footsteps. I ain't even got it. We killed that boss. We don't even need no more evidence. This dude Yodi is still in the chat talking about Arab slave trade equals Atlantic slave trade. How, Yodi? The Arab slave trade goes east.
I told Yodi to hit the link with his African. He said the other day he was African. Now he's scared to hit the link.
Man, Sean done beat this man up so many times. I don't even understand why he's still fighting.
Yeah, I ain't fighting Yodi no more. It's over. That's a waste of
That'd
time.
be my thing. Like, yo, after you get proven wrong, like with the situation with you and Vino act like you haven't proven him wrong at all.
Robert, have you seen how many different channels Vino been on?
Yes. It been the funniest.
He hasn't won a debate on no channel. I remember one time
I'll be like, why, my nigga? Why is you doing this?
Robert, I was bringing.
And I fuck with Vino.
I was bringing a trailer back from Oakland, California, race car trailer. So you know what type of drive that is, right? For 3 days, I'm listening to Vino bounce from channel to channel, and he is getting his head completely ripped off with the same information. At some point, you got to say, all right, I lost that. I can't bring this to the table. No, I gotta get some new information. And then if you go on his channel You sleep dead in a coma in 30 minutes. That's how boring is information. He don't have no information.
Yeah, my dog be tripping.
I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out what's so important on trying to give out information that is easily a fourth grader can debunk you on. What are you looking to gain out of that? I think they're trying to be YouTube famous or something.
No, I think they really believe the story, yo.
How?
What they think. I don't know how, but I think they do. Like I can have the conversation with Vino, and we can disagree and laugh and everything. But like with them other niggas, once you box them in the corner, oh nigga, they ready to diss you, talk shit.
See, I'm totally different. Once you lie to me, I can't ever laugh with you no more. Shit like that. Once I find out you lying to me, I ain't fucking with you no more. When that man said his uncle was Bowlegs, and then true story, and found out that Bowlegs was stealing turtles and selling them to other people and shit, I was like, dog, why would you lie about some shit like that, Vino? I don't know if you was on there when him and when Truth got into it. Truth said he was gonna slap him.
No, I don't think I was up there.
That shit was funny as fuck that day, because I ain't never heard Truth get out of pocket like that. That day he told Vino he was gonna slap him when he see him. I said, oh. I was driving back from California, fucking dying laughing.
But I think Vino really is connected to them Seminoles though.
Man, you out your motherfucking, you done been on Smoke Channel too long, dog.
Nah, I mean the man got the name Abraham. He from the area, like
man, you out your damn mind.
Man, that don't mean nothing because you had somebody left.
That his name is Vernell. First of all, Vernell.
That's a slave name.
Yeah, well, how did he get a slave name?
I'm talking about his surname.
How did he get? Yeah, but think about it. Do you know any Indians named Vernell?
No, I'm talking about his surname though.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. If you part of that tribe, somewhere you gonna keep them tribal names somewhere.
Everybody, listen. He didn't claim all them people. He didn't went from Bowlegs to all these other people. He even claimed Vasa relatives.
He didn't claim the man relative that's on here.
Damn.
And then they ain't relatives. How that's possible?
Right. So explain it.
I mean, I can't. I think, but I still think he got his family connected to somebody.
You think too much. You drive trucks. You don't get paid to think.
Robert E. Lee, think about this. If I tell you my mama is your cousin's cousin, we related somewhere, right?
Yeah.
He claimed Voss related to him, one of his people. So how they not related?
I mean, it could be through marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Something like that.
No. They claimed him the same relative that was down in Texas up in Oklahoma.
He might come from the ones that stayed though.
No, you're not listening. The exact same. You keep trying to justify him because you're trying to give him some type of, I don't know what the fuck it is, but you're trying to give him some type of leeway or whatever.
Trying to get him to hit the link.
Nah, he ain't trying to get him to hit the link. He's trying to be his best friend for real. That's what Robert said. He fuck with him.
Yeah, Vino cool, man. I mean,
fuck all that. Once I catch you lying, I don't give a fuck. Him, Wale, that other stupid motherfucker Philly, what's his name? Them dumb. When I catch your motherfucking ass lying,
I can't stand that damn Philly, man. And he and I only want to disrespect that nigga, but man,
that's your problem,
bro. Wild out on this motherfucking ass. That's your problem.
That's your problem. You don't want to disrespect them. Oh, dude.
But
I only want to hurt black people, man. But I hurt one of these motherfuckers, man.
Listen, Robert. If I come up on you, Robert, and I got a jar of jewelry cleaner, I sell you a bracelet for $1,000, right? And you find out it ain't real. We go to the pawn shop together. You find out it ain't real. You gonna still have some love for me, or you gonna wild out.
Brother, I'm coming to rob you for my money and
See,
whatever money you got on you.
But now you want to hurt me though.
No, I'm just gonna rob you.
Hey, but you gonna hurt? You say you don't be wanting to hurt black people, but you gotta make up your mind.
If you don't comply with my demands, I might hurt you. But
now you the police?
No, I'm just saying, like, I feel where you come from. You know, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Now, motherfucker lie to me. Fuck you. I ain't trying. If I can even hear you lying, I ain't even trying. Cause now you fucking up. You just a piece of shit. And then
I caught him in a lie.
lying.
One night we was talking. He tried to present some paperwork to me like it was damn some real shit. And like I was trying to tell him, academia don't talk like that. They wouldn't put that insert in the way it was. So I knew he had to tamper with the document. I was like, yo, that's fucked up, bro, for you to bring it to me as evidence and pass it off as real, knowing that this shit is fake. But me, like I tell him, nigga, I ain't been to college, but I know damn well ain't nobody gonna present no information and add the insert that he had in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I was like, nah, that's totally unprofessional. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Yeah, he had a degree in science. Huh?
But that's what they do. Like they'll doctor up some paperwork and act like
spell science wrong.
Yeah.
You got
Cosmo
a degree in
that
science
shit the other day on Bobby Channel, yo. That shit was funny.
Wait, Bobby Albo?
No, Bobby ain't an Albo.
Oh,
Bobby be beating them niggas ass.
The fuck up.
They can't stand Bobby.
Hey, look, man, I'm finna slide up out of here, man. I gotta get up early.
Pump.
Yeah, I'll catch y'all dudes later, man.
All right, what? I'm finna go terrorize their ass for a little while if they let me up.
All right, I'll be smooth.
All right, Sean. I'm gonna go over here and laugh at your motherfucking ass, Robert.
All right, dog.
All right, Sean P.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, peace. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe.
From Africa, but they will be able to tell you about Africa. They wouldn't be vaguely saying they from Africa, bro. Like when a European says I'm from Europe, he doesn't say I'm from Europe. He says I'm from Germany. I'm from a particular province. I still got people out there, right? You know, when people say hold on. When people say they from Asia, they tell you where about from Asia they from. They tell you their province. They tell you they still got people out there. These people will confirm that they are indeed a part of their heritage. But you niggas was calling y'all African? Oh, mysteriously, you have no contact with the people you say you descend from. So I don't believe you. Bro.
Hating Africa and hating the African, we ended up even hating ourselves without even realizing it. Because you can't hate the roots of a tree and not hate the tree. The roots of a tree and not hate the tree.
You ain't no Indian, please try again. Everybody know you's an African. And Malcolm X said, you can't hate the root without hating the tree. Now take a look at you, you's a wannabe Cherokee. And I told you before, you need some therapy. And why you never show the genealogy? You owe your ancestors an apology. And you know they turning over inside of their graves just because you don't wanna come from a slave. So you gotta take this whip in. I caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Let's go slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Let's go slipping. Hey, caught another apple. Let's go. Caught another. Let's go. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple slipping. Caught another apple. Caught another apple. Caught another apple slipping. Yo, check this out, man. You wasn't already here, man. Dane Calloway lied to you, man. The research guy lied to you, man. Caremio lied to you, man. Your ancestors come from Africa, whether you like it or not. So no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you will always be an African. You can't deny the facts. You can't deny the evidence. You can't deny the genealogy. You can't deny the DNA. You can't deny it, man. Whether you like it or not, you are African. Call the abo slipping. That's all we do. That's all we do. Let's go.
Got some dewy-eyed thing that you got a friend. I still ask you to look at that mirror. And if nothing's staring back at you is friendly, then you've got no friend.